Okay, let's see. Right. Okay. All right, let's see if this works pretty well. Seems like we're working. So let's get started. So hello everyone, my name is Tykan again. I know a long time no see. It's been well, I've been doing my own thing, so I've been really getting back to the Super Mario tutorials, but today I'll teach you how to do your own pixel art. Now what I'm going to do today is I'm going to make a platform for my game, Hearts of Corruption. Let me show you the scene that we're working on right here. Come on. So this is the game we're currently working on. Ignore the background over here. That's really not, that's kind of like in place. Whip right now. So as you can see, right now I have side angle jumping and some enemies here. So what I'm really missing right now is some platforms. So what I'm going to do is make my own platform. So let's get started with this. So with every game, when it comes to scaling, when you make especially pixel art games, you need to start, considering the file size. And the way I do it is I do it by 64 by 64 tile size, and that's pretty important. I mean, you could make it 1632 64 as long as it goes in the power of 2, or 16. Okay, I think it's 2. Yeah, the power of 2. Otherwise, it kind of makes your scaling resolution pretty wonky. So what I'm going to do now is make a new file. I'm going to make this a 64 by 64. And I'm going to call this platform jump, because this is what the character is going to jump on. I'm going to make sure that everything's 64 by 64 pixels. Very good. Okay. So now you have your blank layer, and FYI, you're probably going to need Photoshop for this. Or, GIMP, whatever you use for pixeling. I use Photoshop. I've been using it for a long time, and that's what I'm comfortable with. And when I do make my character, I like to use a reference to the character side. So I'm going to just drag and drop my character into the Photoshop file. You probably can't see what I'm doing because I'm doing it on the other screen. Arts, Ivan. Okay, here we go. And, oh, where is she? Here she is. I'm going to put this as a new file. Here's our lovely lady over here. And I'm just going to take a little piece of her right here and copy this and put it into the next file. And FYI, it's Control-C for that. So let's put this back over here like so. There we go. Now you have Ivan. Ivan herself is 64, or how tall is she? She's about more than half of the screen. So I'm going to put her adjuster up a little bit, because you got to take into consideration, just because the way she looks right here on Photoshop doesn't mean how she's going to look like on the actual game because of cameras. Yeah, so let's do this. So I'm going to delete my background layer over here by unlocking it, and you do that by pressing the lock button on layer 0. Gonna hide her, gonna Control A and delete. So now you have no white screen. It's just it's just a blank white transparency screen. And the way I start with my own pixel art is I do the outlines first, because I feel like once you have your outline, you can pretty much go after that to coloring. So let's get started with the coloring, or the outline, I'm sorry. Alright, I'm using a Ooch tablet if anyone wants to know. And I mean, it's a really nice thing to have a tablet for you, for sure, because trust me when I say this, when you're doing it by hand, just mouse clicking. It'll take ungodly long time to do. So when I'm doing my pixel art, I have to make sure that it kind of coexists with the scene. So I have my new lab floor over here, and I'm going to be using most of that color set. And there's also swatches too, and I really highly recommend that once you, every color that you use, I would use the swatches because that's pretty important to actually get things done, you know? So that helps you save your colors so you don't have to keep going back and forth, trying to figure out which colors that you actually need to use. So now that that's done, let's really start getting started with this this pixel art before you get bored out of your mind, which I would be too if I was your case. So what I'm going to do, let's go back here. No, wrong one, that one. Here we go. So I'm going to zoom in over here. And bear in mind too that the 64 by 64 tablet template, you don't need to use all the space. It's just enough as, enough you can, as much as you want to use, as long as the files are in like a 1632 or 64. And now that I have all that set down, let's get started. So what I'm going to do first is going to press Shift and just draw along the sides over here, because I'm going to make like a, or I'm going to delete that. I'm going to start right here and do a long line over here, because Ivan needs like spaces to step on. Oh, come on. There we go. If you're like me, you're going to really mess up a lot when it comes to actually drawing some of this stuff, because I usually overdraw. I get overzealous sometimes. So then I'm going to, let's see, I can add a corner over here. There we go. That looks pretty nifty. And I'm going to put that a little bit more to over here. Down and good. Now if you notice already or not, this is pretty much going to be a basic shape of a square. And so there we go, we got that. Now let's see our character Ivan, how she stands on it, because it's important to know the placement for the character to stand on. And we don't, the thing with Ivan too is that she doesn't necessarily need to be as tall as it, just enough that, she's able to move or jump around. It's more like it. So that's pretty good over there. So next I'm going to have a little bit more detail. This is a sci-fi game, so everything must be sci-fi because, everything's sci-fi. Everything must be. I'm going to add more over here. I'm going to, this might just be the pipes that holds it together. And, as I'm doing this, I'm still pressing shift so I can have that perfect alignment. So it can be, kind of pretty. You can, you know what? Maybe this will be a rocket. There we go. And look at that. It already looks pretty good. And I'm going to do that the same. Oh, see, that's what happens when you press shift. And you want to draw something else. Come on. Oh, no. Yeah, that's what happens when you press shift too many times. It kind of goes wonky on you. So let's do this again. There we go. Here we go. Like a rocket-propelled engine. And then with pixel art, you want to make sure that everything's kind of aligned, so it doesn't look all wonky when you actually, put it in the game, because players will notice that. And there we go. Oh, see, there's a mistake right there. So you need to add one more. I know people usually with pixel art, they judge it by putting what is it called? Grids, but I really don't use grids. I used to, but I kind of measure by eye now, and if it doesn't look right, I just readjust it. But if you're new to pixel art, I would recommend turning on the grid setting. And let's do 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Perfect. So now you have our little rockets holding up the the platform because of sci-fi. Sci-fi is probably the most important part of everything when it comes to sci-fi. Alright. So, let me check here. Making sure that everything is still going. Okay, we're still good. Just making sure that we didn't lag out or something. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to I could actually make this a little bit more interesting. So instead of having it like this, I can just delete this part over here and kind of make it go up so it can have a little bit more flair into it. And let's do this. Depth perception, in my opinion, is pretty important for a game. Alright. Come on. You see, I made a mistake right there. So I need to erase this stuff. And like I said, it's more of a judging. Because, like I said, I'm not really using a grid or a line to help me in this process. There we go. And we can... What should we do next? Add more flair into this. We can actually... What I can do is move all this stuff here up a little bit. And I just use the select tool to move all this up. There we go. Instead of just keep it going back and forth and making a mess out of everything and erasing. Alright, so what are we going to do now? We are going to put this over here. Get a little bit more of a shebang flair into it. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. There we go. That looks a little bit more interesting now. So now that that's done, I can add a little bit more. We have the rockets. Now we just got to start adding detail into this. And maybe I'll just go back to my reference and see what I've done with the previous sprite here. So what I'm going to do maybe is just add this over here, add some sci-fi-ish detail so we know that the game is sci-fi, because sci-fi rules all and nothing's better than sci-fi. Alright. Just going to do this over here. Remember to kind of keep everything aligned. Come on. See, that's my issue. I kind of too much Control-Alt-Z. There we go. That looks pretty nifty. I say we're getting more to a sci-fi look here. I'm just going to add a little bit more. Let's see what this could be. There we go. Nah. Yeah? Yeah? Okay, that works. Never mind. We'll do that. And every time that we get close to the edge of that, over here, we can add some more stuff. And here we go. Here we're gonna go down. Oh, you know what? I made a big mistake here. But sometimes mistakes are okay. It might actually look pretty cool. Give it more of a flair than symmetrical shenanigans. There we go. So the question now is, does that look good? What we can add too is little boxes right here. I think that would look pretty nifty. Maybe some tubes running through the rockets. And come on. So what are we going to do with the tubes here? We can just make little tiny boxes and down inside them. Tubes. There we go. That was a very small box to make. A smaller box. Pusha vida. Okay. There we go. That looks pretty nifty. I'd say pretty nifty indeed. So I think I'm going to be pretty done with the design of this. Yeah, I'll just add this over here to give it that little bit more detail, just so it kind of looks somewhat symmetrical with each other. So what are we going to do now? Now we're going to start coloring in our sprites. Let's see how Ivan looks on. Well, she looks like she's standing on the platform doing a tutu ballerina thing. So, sorry, getting a drink of water. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to start actually coloring in the sprite. And this is probably one of the most annoying parts of it, because, you know, when it comes to coloring, it's more of how you feel and how it looks. There's no exactly wrong or right way when it comes to coloring. That's just, you know, your preference. So if you're following along with what I'm doing, or you're just doing your own thingamajig and just listening to my poor sad voice, then kudos to you. But let's get the move on the road. So with especially with 2D platforms, you need to, you know, set up a way of knowing where the player is supposed to actually stand on and what part she's not supposed to. Color coordination is very important when it comes to actually, you know, gameplay wise of the game. If we go back to our, oh, hold on a second. Yeah, if we go back to our scene here for Ivan, you notice that the top layers over here, these blue lines actually match her colors over here, her bluish colors, and that's sort of a way to signal that, you know, the way of saying that, hey, this place is safe to stand on, and you're not going to fall into your impending death and die a horrible, miserable way. Color coordination is pretty important for this game. Like if you notice, with our game, our main antagonist is pretty purple. So when the player sees purple stuff on the ground, they'll go, "Oh no! Look, there's purple. Something's gonna happen. What can it be?" Like our little guy over here is pretty purple, so they know that that purple guy is the enemy, and that's you know, color coordination. So, alright, so what are we going to do now is we're going to start coloring this in after my long-winded explanation of color coordination. So, like I said before, I really start with the light colors first. And I put layer 2 above layer 0 because that's going to be my color. Actually, I should probably label it color. Color and outline. Okay. Now that's all fine and dandy. Let's go let's go over here. And like what I really do, I'm going to start putting the base colors and not the shading quite yet. And first layer is always going to be the lighter color. There we go. So that's going to be the part where Ivan's going to be jumping back and forth, to and fro, up and down, and each way but loose. So pretty important. I'm going to look what I did over here. Next thing I know, it's so white, so we're going to put a little white thing. Oh, no, here we go. Here we go. This might be a little bit difficult to see. For me it is at least. Okay, there we go. I'm actually going to replace that over here. White. And then we can start adding more of the base colors over here. This part over here, actually, you know what I can do? I'm going to add this part because maybe, and this is where I come back to saying that, you know, drawing for or coloring pixel art is very subjective, and it's based on what you feel looks right or not, or yes or no. So now I'm going to try and choose what color I want to use. Maybe I'll just use this color for the darkening. Usually with my details, I add darker lines to pronounce like patterns, because again, this is sci-fi. Everything must have patterns in sci-fi. So I'm just going to be coloring all this dicky-doo-ha shenanigans crap, because I know this is very entertaining, and the masses are just dying to see me fill in black dots with different colors. Okay. Keep on moving. There we go. Actually, here, we'll put the blue over here, just like so, because that might be a little bit important. So basically, the further you go down, the darker the colors are going to be. But that's shading, and I'll get to that in a little bit, because this is going to be the longest, you know, video ever. This is a PewDiePie material. Alright. You know, someone looks like a grass pattern too, which is kind of interesting. Unintentionally, but, you know, it may just look like that way for now. It might change. Alright. Adding all those solid colors. There you go. Now we have our platform over here. Now what should we do? I think we should make the other side a little bit of a darker color. Let's take this color. Ooh, don't want to do that. Let's take this color over here. Give it that little contrast with each other. And when my team sees it, they're probably going to be like, oh, what the hell is this? This is probably the worst pixel art I've ever seen. It makes me want to barf. You know, hopefully not. But that's the life of a pixel artist, I suppose. Alright. Continuing on. Here we go. That looks like a little bit of a nifty contrast there. And maybe we'll add the gold on the bottom. So let's add this. I might actually change that for a better color. Or a lighter color, I meant. Alright. That looks pretty nifty. Now the question is, should we change the way that, should we add the gold bars and put them together? Because that would look a little bit nifty. Kind of have like a gold bar connection, like a wire. So the answer is yes, let's do that. I'm gonna delete this stuff here. Or not deleted. It's not deleted, it's just overwritten, because it's hiding in a different layer. So what we're going to actually do is we're going to actually have to color this, put this a lighter color. So we're going to use this color here. And we're just going to color this stuff in. Except for the top right there. Because that's going to be like the darker outline of the color that we're going for. There we go. So now it kind of looks like there's a little bit of a cross-edge wire thing going here. So now that's done, let's keep on. We're going to have to actually color this stuff here. So let's put that. Put this here. Hey, come on. So now we have that little bit of a gold thing going, and I should probably continue with the same thing here. Now that does look a little bit off, huh? It might be okay. Yeah, I think it might be okay here. So we got this part done. Now we're going to add the first, like I said before, the further you go down, the darker everything's gonna be. So what are we gonna do now is we're going to get a little bit darker. Add some of that dark colors over here. And that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Now let's add this over here. So the platforms don't get kind of mistaken. There we go. So now those are the rockets. And we're gonna do like a stainless steel kind of look. I'm actually gonna copy from Ivan over here. Thank you very much for your patronage. So what I'm gonna do, gonna give that more of a detail. I probably should have done that back in the outline, but you know, life isn't perfect and sometimes you just gotta roll with the punches. Okay. So this here, just like, come on. I'm going rogue right now. I'm going against my outline ideas. Nah, that doesn't work out. I don't think it looks pretty good. We'll just add this, add it like that. We'll just add some more detail. And here we go. There you go. That looks pretty nifty. So now we're gonna do. I'm gonna steal some more colors here. Get that black. Actually, this is probably what I should have done in the first place. I just done that. Make a little bit of a good effect here. Alright. Cool. Now I'm just gonna Now this leads us to another question. Do we want this part to be its own thing? Just kind of on top of the rockets holding it up? Now that is the question. Let's see how it looks like when, yeah, come on. Here we go. Actually, I think this might turn out to be something fantastic. Adapting to your situations is pretty important. When it comes to pixel art, you sometimes do. At least for me, I kind of get off track, and what I think looks like one thing is actually going to turn into something else. So let's do that. That's pretty nifty. So let's do that, and then we're going to, I guess now it looks kind of like the rocket's holding on to. Let's use this color here. Alright. Because now it looks like almost like a completely different entity than what it was before. And add that here, look at that. Starting to look great again. I'm making pixel art great. Oh. Let's put that there like we're supposed to be. Cool, so now, let's see. No, it needs to be darker. So let's go to our color scheme here. Or it needs to be brighter, I'm sorry, it didn't mean darker. Here we go. And and let's see. Good, it actually looks pretty nifty. Pretty nifty indeed. Alright, so now that's done. Let's see what we're gonna do with the boxes here. I think we should definitely do a dark gray. We'll use this color. Alright. Cool. Ah, come on. Alright. So that purple. Ah, let's do this one. Come on. There we go. And next. Good. Now, what else should we do here? We'll add this small amount of gray here. Add to the box. And we are going to get a better color here. Get darker. Cool. So now we kind of finished our platform outline. Huzzah! Just took us about 34 minutes to get here, and we're not even halfway done. No, just kidding. For those that actually did stay this long, I applaud you because I'm probably at the most monotone, boring voice right now. But I do appreciate for those who are standing around. So what we're going to do now is we're going to start shading, and shading kind of gives it more of a, you know, a better contrast, a better color to each other, makes it more exciting, and, you know, makes everything more appealing. And there's a really good link that I had that kind of teaches you better how to shade than what I'm going to do. And I'll send a link to that. Oh my. Okay, well, I made a big boo-boo, and I actually colored on uh, my outline, and that's usually not what you're supposed to do, but, you know, life sucks sometimes. We gotta live with it. Okay, so let's add some shading. I take this, the way I did my shading is I looked at the, where's the color library, and I had actually pretty good shading colors. So now I'm gonna add this over here, give some more vibrancy. Go over here too. I want some of that dark goodness. Okay. I go over here, and I'm going to change that color by going to swatch library. Give it a darker tonage over here. Kind of just draw that there, just like that. And let's go over here, go to the color library. We'll do that color. Nah, that color sucks. I don't like that color. Whoopsie daisy. A little bit too much. Okay, there we go. All right. Now let's do, let's see what color I did use last time for that color scheme. Oops, daisy. Okay. There you go. Come on. All right. Here we go. Sweet. See, now colors are becoming more vibrant. Or this pixel platform is becoming more vibrant. And that's pretty important because when you look at the basic color scheme, the basic colors are kind of like a black, you know? So you need to change it so it's more appealing. Oh no, I didn't want to do that. Oh well, that works too. I already have that though, so let's go to color libraries. Go to brown. You don't want really anything that collides with it too much. In my book. I think that's probably going to be the best color. Yeah, that works. No. There we go. Come on. See, now that looks pretty cool. Oh, what happened here? There we go. Delete that. Put that there. Q. There we go. Looks pretty nifty. Pretty nifty indeed. Alright, and I'm going to go back to I think I already have a pretty good shader over here I want to use. So what we're going to do is keep on adding. There you go. That looks pretty cool. See how everything looks a little bit more vibrant. It has more life into it rather than having the solid colors. Because if you just have if you notice games like Metroid, they always have their lighter colors on top, and as you keep going darker, the colors get darker as well. And that's kind of art style I go for. So there we go. Now we go over here. There's not a really good color library for here for like these really dark colors, so I'm just gonna add this over here just like that. There we go. Oh no. Color library. What color? Okay, I'll go for this one. Oh, that is way too light. Oh, way too light. I'll just do this instead. There we go. That's a pretty good contrast with each other. Alright. We're really getting somewhere. Alright. That looks pretty nifty. It's funny because the colors look different on the streaming than it actually does on my Photoshop file, but then again I'm using a lower res color, not color, but my tablet's like 144 by something, so you know, resolution crap. Alright, let's do this color here. Let's see what we got. Yeah, that works. Alright. Actually, maybe I want to change it. No, I don't. That looks okay. Needs some shading. Okay, let's Let's have a potato party. Let's get this color over here. There we go. As it works. Make sure I have my outlines over there. A little bit's important. You guys, we are nearing to the finish here. Thank you for everyone that continue watching me babble for about a good 42 minutes. You make me who I am. You make me who I am. Alright, there we go. So, what are we going to do now? We are going to now finish. We're nearly there. Let's see over here. This color. That works. Oops. Add our kebabs here. More shading, more shading, more shading. Shading, 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 shading. Splendid. Now let's do. That works. Do a little bit more of a lighter side color here. Sweet. Let's go over here. Cool. We're almost near the finish line, guys. We're almost near the finish line. Okay. Well, we are finally done with our shading, and I would like to say that it looks pretty damn good. Now let's put this in the game and see how it looks like. Alright. Let's do this file, save as, jump platform, perfect. And we're gonna do that again. So now I'm gonna make this a PNG. Oh no, not a portable bitmap. We do not want that. Portable platform PNG. Good. Now we are finished. I'm going to X out. Oh, we're not in. There we go. Okay. There, we're good. So let's go over here and import that bad boy. Alright, let's go to our art folder and then foreground. As you can see, I did a lot of asset building for many different things. So let's go, and I'm going to drag and drop my new friend into the file. Okay, where's my new friend? Getting lost in computers is exactly what everyone wants to see. I know. Makes me hurt too. Alright. Where are you? I did save it as a PNG. It should be somewhere over here. Oh, here it is. Platform jump. You know, and with the stuff, it's really just drag and drop it. Then you just gotta cut it. And let's see over here. I'm gonna make this a multiple. I want to make that multiple and bilinear, no filter. Sprite 2DI, yes, apply, blah blah blah. And let me put over here, here's the, oh my. Oh, what's going on? I got a little bit of a technical difficulty here. Well, that's awkward. Hold on. A little bit of a technical difficulty actually trying to... Oh, that's embarrassing, man. Oh, wait. No, it's not. It's okay. Kind of. It still is embarrassing. In my heart. Well, that doesn't help me at all. Well, this is really wacky because I cannot get to where I want to get. Oh, I think I'm gonna have to restart this. That's really awkward. Let's do that again. It went into a different screen, and when it does, that kind of messes up the scale size, because I was on a 190/20p by 180, and now it's onto a 144 by 800. That, yeah, it doesn't like it. So let's do that again. Alright, 48 minutes, we're almost done. I just want to see how it looks like on the game. Give it a second. Oh, sprite editor. Don't do that. There you go. Slightly awkward, but we made it. Alright, let's go to sprite editor. Let's see, everything's still kind of normal. There you go. Alright, so you have this scene over here. What you're going to do is slice automatic. Now, when I do animations, this is going to matter more, but this is going to put to where the X, Y value is. So when you actually put a character down, it might not be in the right spot. And it'll look weird, and everything's clipping into the ground, and hell's breaking loose. Okay, there we go. We're good. We're all good. So what I'm going to do... Gonna delete him. Let's do that. delete all that shenanigans over here. And I'm going to add our platform here. Now with platforms, you gotta make sure that's in the right layer, and I want that to be in platform. So eventually gonna be a moving platform, but right now we're just gonna make it a platform. And then you have to add a component, physics 2D, box collider, perfect. And I'm gonna actually add a child. No, maybe not this time. I'll just consider B. All right, let me fix this up. This is pretty ugly. All right, there we go. Just keep adding. All right, come on. There you go. Perfect. Now let's see how this baby runs. Don't want to do that. All right. Let's move or go. As you can see, there's... come on. There we go. Well, as you can see, I'm probably going to have to work on the transitioning state to jumping and falling down to this shenanigans. Let me go to my animator and delete that real quick. Let's see, jump and fall. Just going to delete that for now. I'll put it back later. All right. Oh! Ran into my guy. I forgot he was there. Well, she's able to successfully get on platformers. Huzzah! Alright, I think that's going to be at the end of this. And for those people that watched till the end of this, thank you very much for, you know, watching me babble for about 53 minutes. And if you have any questions, you know, just put in a comment below and I'll answer to the best of my ability. I don't know if I'm going to keep on adding more live streams or not. I find this is probably an easier way than just recording and editing because I'm that lazy. But, you know, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Subscribe if you feel enticed to. So, until next time, I shall see you later.